Thank you very much for giving me the floor. Just to start, I would say some words about what is EPF, the European Peasant Federation.
Very briefly on that introduction.
Yeah, we are founded 2002, 40 members all over Europe in 21 countries. Why I am here? I asked myself the question. So firstly, because the Economist invited me. I asked what I could contribute here as a passenger representative. So studies show that the risk of injury when traveling by public bus is only 20% of the associated with car travel. If we look on fatal accidents, it's less than 10%. That said, the question remains, how can we get as many passengers as possible into public transport and thereby minimize the number of road accidents? I want to look on two parts. The one is the average resident of Crete. The potential customer needs a genuine offer, which must be competitive with using their own car. Everything starts with information. How do I get from A to B? These days, an intuitive app is definitely part of the solution. Information boards at main points listing the available trips are also a key source for information. However, this information is for modern European only useful if there is actually a suitable offer, a suitable service available. From our point of view, without at least one service per hour, it's unlikely that many motorists will be persuaded to use the public bus. And then there's the question how much a ticket costs and how can I buy one? Here too, a comprehensive app would be essential, alongside simple options for buying tickets from staff on buses or at stations. There is much more to say, welcoming bus stops, clear signage on public buildings, and so on, but I need to keep the timeline and would like to move to the second relevant group. And this, for sure, in Crete, are the tourists. As a rule, tourists arrive by plane, so they should generally be open to using public transport as well. You don't have your own car if you come here as a tourist. I arrived in Kania yesterday, and the organizers kindly arranged a private transfer to the hotel from the airport. I checked in advance anyway to see how I could get into the city center by public transport. In many regions, the easiest thing to do is look it up in Google Maps. Unfortunately for Kania, Google doesn't show any connection between the airport and the city center. I think that's the main lack of information. I couldn't find any information on the Kania city website even. I asked at the hotel for information about public transport. The friendly man at the reception printed out a few pages for me, but they, for not living here, are very difficult, and at least for a tourist, they are very difficult to read. There isn't a route map or anything like that. When asked about tickets, he could only point to a kiosk at a central bus stop. Many tourist regions have great success offering flat rate deals to overnight guests. When guests book their accommodation, they are immediately given a flat rate ticket valid for all public transport during their stay. The payment is handled behind the scenes. It's often standard practice for tourist hotspots to actively promote the accessibility by public transport. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anything of that sort here at my hotel. To summarize, Crete is a lovely place, and for sure I will come back. Reports of road accidents are doing its image a great deal of harm. Make the most of the opportunity offered by a good public transport system to encourage as many people as possible to reduce using private cars. Thank you very much.